dramatic statement, but the truth is the contrary. In fact, as Raymond Lambraugh, PhD professor of economics at Penn State University, told a congressional committee, rounding cash sales up or down to the nearest nickel will cost consumers over $600 million annually. To be specific, that's an average of $78.2 lost per year per adult. And in a family with 2 adults, that is $151.4 lost per year. It may seem a small amount lost, but when living paycheck to paycheck, which, by the way, is an average of $46.2 million in America alone, it can make a huge difference. Now, some proponents of penny elimination may say the coin's demise would not even be noticed. I mean, really, what could the removal of a penny do? In actuality, the removal of the penny could cause more damage than many would expect. With the penny eliminated, the only option is to round up to the nickel, which makes prices rise. If prices rise, the Consumer Price Index, CPI, rises, which in turn triggers further rises in public and private sectors costs, which are tied to the Consumer Price Index. So basically, it's hurting working class American citizens. Furthermore, many opponents would suggest the penny has outlived its main purpose, helping consumers buy goods and services. However, just the opposite is the case. Those most financially unstable, which again is 42.6 million in the US, often must make purchases in small amounts due to a low amount of money to spend. If the penny was to be eliminated, this would be an additional 2 cents or more paid per one purchase, therefore hurting citizens least able to pay. Many argue that since the penny costs more than it's worth to make, it's a clear indication that it should be eliminated. However, the nickel is worth 5 cents and it costs 9.4 cents to make. If the US stops minting pennies, you have to create more nickels eventually to compensate for the loss of pennies. It's hard to see how you save money by making more nickels that are losing more money than the penny ever has. Atop the obvious financial reasons to keep the penny, there's a question of charity. Is it fair to say that people are more willing to give up a penny rather than a nickel? Apparently so. Just the last year alone, numerous organizations raised significant amount of money through solely pennies. For example, the Patients for Pennies campaign raised nearly $1 million for the Leukemia Society. As well as this, both the Salvation Army and the World Wildlife Fund raised over $1 million last year in pennies. Additionally, a study conducted by the 7-Eleven convenience store chain found that 1/3 of all money donated into boxes in the stores for charities were all pennies, and that's 1 million out of the 3 million raised in all the stores. And who argued that the penny had outlived its purpose? In conclusion, the penny is clearly the key to a stable financial situation for the majority of America, and the main reason charities are able to help those in need. Reed and I hope will see the great importance of the continuation of the penny. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So now we're at the affirmative cross-examination.
I did that.
I forget it always too.
You're using it.
You have 30 seconds.
So you want 30 seconds for plan time?
Yeah.
Sure.